What's up everybody? My name is Aryansh Chandra और आज हमारे यहाँ हो रहा है रेप्लेट का हैकाथॉन 36 आवर्स का। आज वो देखते हैं क्या क्या होता है क्योंकि बहुत सारी इंटरेस्टिंग चीज़ें होने वाली है। एक अच्छे खासे हैकाथॉन को इन्होंने फेस्ट बना के रख दिया है और मेरे साथ मेरा एक दोस्त भी है अर्थर बुराट। आजा भाई।
आज हेलो एवरीवन, आज हम आपको पूरा हैकाथॉन पूरा 36 आवर्स का ओवरव्यू दिखाने वाले हैं, पूरा फ्रॉम स्टार्ट टू एंड। स्टॉल्स लगे हैं, जो कोडिंग का प्रोग्राम होगा, एवरीथिंग स्टार्ट टू एंड।
आज हम अंदर चलते हैं और देखते हैं क्या क्या हो रहा है क्योंकि बहुत ज़्यादा लोग फ्रेंडली हैं लेकिन फिर भी एक कंट्रोल हो रखा है यहाँ पे। आओ देखते हैं क्या हो रहा है। चलो भाई। देखते हो यहाँ पे 1000 लोगों का लग तो रहा है, बहुत सारे लोग आए आज पूरा क्या क्या होगा और थोड़ा सा केओस हो गया लेकिन
नहीं मैंने थोड़ा जल्दी कराओ गाइस, थोड़ा जल्दी कराओ। और उनके मर्जी लेने बनते हैं। चल दो ये कौन लगाएगा? पागल हो गए।
लेट्स गो। चलो यार बंदे चलते, रजिस्ट्रेशन में तो काफ़ी काफ़ी गर्म माहौल है, और
So,
मैं बात
अभी
करना अवॉइड ही कर रहा हूँ लोगों से, क्योंकि उनको
अभी
गुस्सा आ जाएगा।
विद आवर एंकर अभी आपने देख लिया पूरा रजिस्ट्रेशन वगैरह यहाँ पे चल रहा है। हम बाहर से अंदर तो आ गए, रजिस्ट्रेशन वगैरह पूरा केवल आपने देख लिया। अभी हम चलते हैं अंदर, क्योंकि अंदर ही हो रहा है मेन प्रोग्राम। वहाँ पे बहुत सारे स्टॉल्स लगे हुए हैं एंड ऑल्सो कोडिंग वगैरह का कॉन्टेस्ट भी अंदर ही लग रहा है। सो लेट्स गो देयर।
माहौल थोड़ा वेवी वेवी सा हो गया है, सो लेट्स फिगर आउट इसको हम कैसे सही कर सकते हैं, एंड उसके लिए थोड़ा अंदर का मुआयना भी कर लेते हैं, यू नो। लेट्स गो। सॉरी सॉरी। लेट्स गो हियर, यहाँ पे देखते हैं क्या चल रहा है। काफ़ी शांत माहौल है और अभी थोड़ा शांति की ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है इधर। हेलो 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 हेलो, व्हाट्सअप, क्या हाल है सबके? क्या हाल है, क्या चल रहा है?
सब अच्छे चल रहा है।
कैसा चल रहा है यहाँ पे सब कुछ? थोड़ा वेवी सा माहौल हो चुका है जैसा दिख रहा है।
यस ब्रो, सुबह से लगे पड़े हैं भाई।
हाँ,
कोऑर्डिनेशन,
क्या
टीम वर्क।
एग्जैक्टली हो क्या रहा है स्टॉल पे?
चलो स्टॉल के ओनर से पूछते हैं भाई, लीडर से।
व्हाट्सअप,
कोई
ओनर
leader?
कौन है भाई स्टॉल का?
यही द लीडर वी
हेलो,
हैव।
कैसे हो भाई? बढ़िया, सब लाइफ चल रहा है हमारा, तो थोड़ा कंट्रीब्यूट आप भी कर दो।
बताओ।
क्या चल रहा है आपकी स्टॉल पे?
यार नहीं बताओ ना, ऐसे पार्टिसिपेट ला रहे हैं हम। इतना गंदा शो है भाई। एक रेड बुल का शो था।
लाइव भी ऐसी अनाउंसमेंट करने के लिए बहुत अच्छी है। पर
अच्छा, अरे
आप
बहुत ही
काम
बढ़िया
क्या
शो है, जो आएगा उसको 10 रुपए एक्स्ट्रा दूंगा मैं। 10 रुपए फॉर कमिंग।
यहाँ पे हो क्या रहा है एग्जैक्टली वो बताओ।
यहाँ पे बेसिकली हम आपके फेवरेट हीरोज में आपको कन्वर्ट कर रहे हैं। यहाँ पे स्पेशल प्रॉब्लम
भाई? वहाँ माइक नहीं है।
जिससे, अरे यार, जिससे हम आपको आपके फेवरेट गेम हीरोज से कन्वर्ट कर रहे हैं। जैसे आप वैलोरेंट खेलते हो,
Yeah.
लेकिन लेट मी शो आई कन्वर्ट इनटू अ वैलोरेंट फिनिश में।
You can check it there. You can have.
हाँ,
Just send this into a group and ऐसे से फोटोज जनरेट होंगे।
ओ
बच्चा ये था।
Can you show like this here?
ओ भाई,
बच्चा कौन सा था?
बिफोर आफ्टर तो क्रेजी है भाई इनका। ये देखो, ये था बंदा, ये था, इसको ये बना दिया है। स्ट्रैटेजी तो क्रेजी, स्ट्रैटेजी तो क्रेजी। एआई है भाई, एआई तो है, स्ट्रैटेजी तो क्रेजी है। देखते हैं कि इनकी फुटफॉल कितनी होती है यहाँ पे, क्योंकि इधर तो बहुत ज़्यादा ही हो गई है। और केओस कैसे कंट्रोल कर रहे हो भाई? बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं हो
कोई
गया?
नहीं कि उसना, ये तो बात है। अच्छा लाइव है क्या? अरे बहुत क्या हो रहा है भाई। हमने बुलाया, सिक्योरिटी बुलाई है, लेकिन ठीक है आ जाएगी।
लेट्स गो, लेट्स गो।
Aman, you are doing very good here. Continue with your stall.
चलो।
Now let's go to other stall. चलते देखते हैं क्या क्या हो रहा है पूरे।
36 घंटे शुरू होने में अभी भी 3 घंटे है भाई।
आई नो,
व्हाट डू यू वांट टू से?
करेंगे।
all we can say is हर हर महादेव। चलो। यार यहाँ पे पहली बात तो ये फिगर आउट कर लेते हैं कि यहाँ पे जाना किधर है, क्योंकि सब जगह सब कुछ चल रहा है। पहले क्या देखते हैं, चैट में कोई रिस्पॉन्सेज आ रहे हैं? लेट्स गो, इधर जाके देखते हैं पहले क्या हो रहा है, क्योंकि आई थिंक मोस्ट प्रोबब्ली स्टॉल्स इधर ही होंगी।
Sessions are already started, so please move to the respective classrooms. I'm repeating again. Sessions are already started, so please move to the respective classrooms. All the participants.
तो थोड़ा स्केड्यूल में थोड़ा सा चेंज आ गया है। जैसा पता चल रहा है अनाउंसमेंट से कि यहाँ पे सेशन अभी ऑलरेडी शुरू हो चुका है, तो पहले सेशन अटेंड कर लेते हैं, क्योंकि वो सबसे
Excuse
इम्पोर्टेंट
me,
चीज़ है
host.
आपके सेशन, आज के पूरे हैकाथॉन की।
हेलो
यहाँ पे
होस्ट, पहले उन्हें ये तो बताओ ये क्या है। यहाँ पे जब आप आओगे तो दिस, यहाँ पे आपको आपका नाम दिख जाएगा। सो दैट्स इट, दिस इज ऑल्सो स्टॉल। यहाँ पे आओ, कम हियर एंड सी योर नेम रजिस्टर्ड हियर। लेट्स सी और क्या क्या है यहाँ पे। चलते हैं, लेट्स गो टू आवर नेक्स्ट। चलते हैं, लेट्स गो टू आवर नेक्स्ट स्टॉल एंड देखते हैं क्या क्या है और यहाँ पे। सो इनोवेशन लैब में है हम, यहाँ पे कुछ लोग पढ़ रहे हैं। सो यहाँ पे कुछ है नहीं ज़्यादा करने के लिए, तो नाउ वी शुड गो इन द कैफेटेरिया, बिकॉज वहाँ पे बहुत से स्टॉल्स लगे हुए हैं। सो लेट्स गो देयर। आई थिंक देर इज अ चेंज इन द स्केड्यूल. तो पहले कैफेटेरिया में चले या जो सेशन चल रहा है वो देख ले. सो लेट्स गो इन द सेशन एंड देखते हैं पूरा स्केड्यूल, क्या सेशन है, कौन सा सेशन है, एवरीथिंग. लेट्स गो देयर.
लाइव लाइव.
एक्सक्यूज मी. सो है एवरीवन, अभी हम लोग रेडियो क्लास में यहाँ पे एक सेशन होने वाला है. तो वो सेशन पूरा क्या है आपको पूरा लाइव दिखेगा. सो बी विथ अस एंड पूरा सेशन लाइव आप देख सकते हो यहाँ से. सो लेट्स गो.
उत्कर्ष
या
Okay, let me take over for now. So as you can see, यहाँ पे रेपलेट का सेशन शुरू होने वाला है. और यहाँ पे पहले बात ब्रीफ होगा कि कैसे क्या पूरा जितना भी हैकेथॉन है वो प्रोसीड कैसे होगा, नंबर ऑफ इवेंट्स कैसे यहाँ से चलेंगे, पूरा सेशन का जो आज यहाँ से यू नो
कूल डाउन.
अभी के लिए सेशन देख.
All the PhD students are requested to move to the cafeteria, please. Yeah. Yeah. This session is only for our guests, those who have come from outside. So it's not for PhD students. We request all the PhDs to move to the cafeteria. Thank you.
हेलो एवरीबॉडी। सो अभी हम करेंगे लोगों के साथ इंटरैक्ट, क्योंकि थोड़ा सा केओस हो चुका है, लेकिन फिगर आउट करना तो सेशन मैनेजर का काम है, जो कि वो कर रहे हैं। तब तक हम थोड़ी बातें ही कर लेते हैं, देखते हैं कि यहाँ पे क्या क्या हो रहा है। हेलो भाई, व्हाट्स अप? कहाँ से हो भैया?
लाइन देखनी है।
बैंगलोर से? कहाँ पे बैंगलोर?
मैंने पढ़ा नहीं था।
तो रेप्लेट के हैकाथॉन के बारे में कैसे पता चला?
क्या?
रेप्लेट के हैकाथॉन के बारे में कैसे पता चला आपको?
यही यूं ही कॉलेज में पोस्टर लगाते हैं, उसको देख कर आ गए।
आई हैंडल अविनाश।
तो बिगेस्ट अट्रैक्शन क्या थी यहाँ की?
इधर की आर्किटेक्चर।
क्या है अविनाश?
आर्किटेक्चर बढ़िया है। सो क्या लगता है, क्या
ये है तेरी?
एस कर पाओगे कि नहीं कर पाओगे? कैसा सीन है?
अभी टी शर्ट उतारूंगा मैं रोड यहाँ।
थैंक यू भाई, थैंक यू फॉर योर टाइम।
तो अभी ये आ रहे हैं अविनाश रमाकांत।
हेलो ब्रदर, व्हाट्स अप? माय नेम इज आर्यन।
अच्छा ये नया है कोई?
वी आर फ्रॉम उड़ीसा, बट हम लोग बैंगलोर में रहते हैं। नो, वी स्टे इन बैंगलोर,
अभी आप कहाँ पे क्या कर रहे हैं?
I mean, I just came back from Singapore, so मैं मास्टर्स के लिए बाहर गया था. तो I'm right now on a vacation, but I used to consult this company called BizPay. It's like an antler back company, fintech में. So right now I'm on a break.
अभी उधर करके
maybe planning a PhD बाद में. So he works at Fractal. He's my teammate.
My name is Suman. Yeah, I am an AI engineer at Fractal. So, yeah.
What was the reason for registering for this hackathon?
बड़ी वाली को
I mean, wanted to do something on like Hackathon and also use Replet as well. And I'm trying to build something very different. So, Hackathon is an opportunity to do something that is.
We have worked on agentic before.
Psychologically-
We have worked on agentic stuff. So it's more like so they had like Google ka AI idea very recently. So we built some prototype very similar to what has been proposed here. So we thought it would be interesting, you know, to build on a different problem statement but use a similar kind of technology. So yeah, so I'm like the marketing guy, he's like the tech guy. We have 2 more people who haven't come yet. So yeah.
उन्होंने पूछा नहीं कौन है ये?
Okay, thank you.
नहीं ये कौन है? आप दिया जी आपके
Do you
साथ।
mind repeating the whole thing? Not the whole thing, but from he's the marketing guy. He's the tech guy. You're the marketing guy.
Yeah, so he's the tech guy, I'm the marketing guy. And I mean, we did a similar prototype in the Google agentic idea, for which we were selected. So,
Hello.
different problem statement.
कौन संभाल रहा है
altogether.
YouTube?
This is a different one that we'll be doing. But I think that experience helped, and we got interested. Like, it was fun doing a 24-hour thing. So it was similar. And plus, I think the prizes are also interesting, like going to SF and all. I've been to US already, but still, it would be fun. I mean,
like
meeting
all
the
of this.
Replit folks in general.
I don't need a
What would you
degree.
choose? What would you choose between the lakh rupees and the
भाई seats full
SF?
हो गई
SF, any day. It's not the money, it's the networking and it's the it's just the branding, networking. Yeah, money is not important. The more important thing is the US
Ecosystem in SF is much better, right? So whenever you want to do something, it's much easier in SF than in Bangalore. So that's why the.
Do you mind sharing your strategy
जब तक
for
मैं
this
DLS
hackathon?
में
What
अपनी
what do you have in mind? Like how are you going to approach the next 36 hours?
I mean, we are just going with the flow,
नहीं।
but yeah, we do have a strategy.
जब मेरे पास वो हो जाएगा ना,
We
तब
had
मैं कभी नहीं बोल
a
सकता।
initial problem statement that we decided to build with Replit,
Obviously.
but we will be doing some more add-ons.
तेरा कन्यादान नहीं कर रहा हूँ।
So there's a basic structure that we have decided. We are doing.
नहीं पूछ ले भाई एक बार प्रियांक सर से पूछ ले।
AI startup
सनिध्य
agent,
सर
so
से पूछ
basically
ले।
where you can write a prompt
सनिध्य वो
and
गाड़ी
get a
वाले।
product, a marketing deck, content for your product, as well as a marketing strategy. I mean, basically marketing research, whether this product is viable or not,
रिश्ते में
something
उम्र
like
में बड़ा तो वही
that.
कर।
So the challenge, we'll see how it will actually. This is a vision. This is normally a vision that we have. We'll see how much can we build,
Start
and then we can further go ahead.
नहीं
Because
है।
similar to Replit only. Replit for startups.
sir का cancel
We are
हो गया।
adding certain layers to it, make it a little bit agentic. So generative AI was very popular in the recent months, right? So now we have moved to agentic. So in agentic systems, like you have those agentic browsers, we are trying to build something which would do it end to end. Not like perplexity, but for business, yeah, something similar, like something similar to Replit, but with more layers on it, yeah.
Replit only gives you the product, right? So we are going 2-3 steps ahead. One is building the investor deck, building content for your product, as well as building a marketing research report, basically, which lets you know whether this product is viable or not, what's the market for your product and
देख
everything.
एज अ पर्सन तो
So
मैं
Replit
तेरी
just
लाइफ
built the
चॉइसेस
code
पे
part.
कंट्रोल नहीं
So we
रखता
want to leverage
तेरी
Replit as a
मर्जी
part of our
होती है
solution. That's why we
ठीक है
wanted to
बट
see if
एज अ
these people are
पर्सन
coming
तू
over.
तेरे लिए जो
So we can actually
मेरी
network
नज़र
with
में
them,
तेरी जो
understand,
इज्जत है
okay, if we want to really implement as a part, Replit as a part of our application, how can we do it? Because we didn't find any APIs readily available. So we wanted to understand how can we leverage that, or how can we build a coding agent especially. So that's the idea. So that's why we went to Replit. I mean, that's why we want to come to this hackathon to understand if we're building something like how can we approach that.
Thank you for your time, bro. Thank you for your time.
Just want to know whether these people are coming or not. Replit people are coming.
They are. They are. The session was supposed to start at 6 o'clock. It's got a little delayed. So
In place or this were online only?
In person or online?
most probably online. Most
Online.
probably, yeah.
They're not
Most,
coming to Bangalore.
yeah. Most probably online.
Any
Thanks.
mentors from their side are there or no mentors are
No,
here?
they are mentors.
Like from Replit?
Yeah.
Like in Replit Bangalore office they're coming or like
I don't know if they are from the Bangalore office, but they'll be.
so
They'll be.
Replit folks would be here, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Are we getting any credits? No.
Me?
For Replit? No, no. Are we getting any Replit credits for building the product or no? Replit credits?
Yeah, yeah.
We are getting like as participants? No.
I don't have any idea about that.
Okay, cool. No
I'll
problem.
get
माइक्स
back on
अरेंज हो गए
Sure,
बाकी
sure.
दो आ गए
Can you get me the Wi-Fi password?
Yeah, I'll get one.
बैटरीज मंगवाई थी बाकी दो या ये पूरे सेशन तक तो मेरे को देखने की ज़रूरत ही नहीं है पेपर को मैंने सब याद कर लिया
Just like a photo of it. Yeah. Thank you. You want me to conversate more?
ये तू बोलेगी या मैं बोलूँ
Hello everybody. What's up? Aryansh here. What's your name, bro?
Mohammed Ayan.
कहाँ से?
Bangalore.
ठीक
What are you doing? What's your profession?
Student.
Student. What college? Which college?
अनंत किधर है
of Engineering.
उसका काम है सिग्नल करना कि वो आ गया बंदा
Behind the attraction with the Replet thing. Why did you
यार
come?
गायब हो गया
मैं जैसे मेरे दोस्त लोग ऐसे ग्रुप में मैसेज सर्कुलेट हुआ था ऐसे मेरे फ्रेंड लोग पूरा इंटरेस्ट दिखा इसलिए मैं भी इंटरेस्ट करके आया
मैं थोड़ा सा कॉफ़ी वॉफ़ी पीऊँ
स्ट्रैटेजी है माइंड में कुछ सोच के आए हो कुछ एक्सपेक्टेशंस हैं पोलारिस से रेपलेट से
कौन है
एक्सपेक्टेशन तो कुछ नहीं लेकिन करके
उनको
दिखाएंगे
मैं दे दूंगा
कोई तो फिर क्या
Stage पे
लगता
आएंगे ना
है
उनका पूरा
जीतने के
intro।
चांसेस कितने ज़्यादा है
देखेंगे अभी तो बोल के क्या फायदा बोलो
सही बात है हैव अ नाइस डे ब्रो व्हाट्स अप हेलो व्हाट्स अप आर्यांश
Mohammed, yeah. Actually, I'm from Kerala, but I'm currently studying
मैं
at
तेरे को एक बात
Bangalore.
बताऊँ मेरा एक्चुअली
Yenapoya University.
थोड़ा सा मैं
like doing CS
यूरोप
there
में
what's your
यूरोप में
Engineering department only, computer science engineering, with AI specialization.
टेंशन मतलब मैं अरेंज
so like what's your expectation what's your the whole what's your whole mindset behind getting here attending this whole hackathon with
Main thing is about the exposure, the networking, and what we get to learn from this college, from this hackathon. That's what we expect. Like we get a lots of exposure from here. So mainly that is the main focus. Along with that, we are hoping to win the competition too.
do you have a strategy like a pre-planned strategy if you mind sharing that
प्रोफेशनल्स
Actually,
Laksh,
a pre-planned strategy, we don't have it completely planned up, but we have a thing in mind, like to go in a structured way to control the workflow and everything. Also, the work distribution do matters because
ये
the
आवाज़ आ रही है
teamwork helps winning a lot. So yeah, that is the
On
main
ही है?
strategy kind of thing. So work distribution should be there and a proper planning for the entire event.
what's your role in your team
Actually, I'm a developer. All of us are developers, but
Guys,
I mainly focus on the front end
silent करने के लिए
part
बोलो।
of the development, like not the back end hard coding,
हाँ, उनका ही
rather
है
than the front end UI part. I focus on
हाँ
that.
हाँ अविनाश रमाकांत
presenting it as well
Yeah, 100%.
Guys, thank you so much for your patience. We are just about to start the session. Before that, we request everyone to please keep their phones on silent. Thank you.
who is the first speaker कहाँ से आएंगे उधर से
अविनाश सर किधर गए अविनाश सर किधर है
उधर से आएंगे वो
है उधर है ना?
हाँ मोस्ट
मोस्ट प्रोबेबली क्या है? कहाँ गए सर? अभी उनका ही है। राज, अविनाश सर आए? अविनाश सर किधर है? अविनाश सर, अविनाश रमाकांत सर यहीं तो थे खड़े हुए, ब्लैक कलर का शर्ट पहन के। बुला के लेके आ। नहीं बुला के नहीं, बाहर है तो ठहर। प्लीज कम।
क्या नाम है क्यों?
क्या है?
To you all.
Yes, you're witnessing India's first and biggest Replet hackathon, Polaris.
Before we dive into the excitement, we'd like to thank our amazing partner who made this possible, Replet.
Absolutely. We're giving a huge shout out to our title partners, Replet, for empowering coders to build, collaborate, and deploy all in one place.
Basically, they've made coding so simple that even my mom thinks she can launch a startup now.
And who knows, she'll maybe win the next hackathon.
Now, you may ask, why this hackathon? What inspired it?
To answer that, we have an incredible mentor who's been guiding the light behind this hackathon. Please let us welcome Avinash Ramakant sir, Head of Learning, co-founder of Bright Money, an ex-immobile professional, and an IISc gold medalist. Okay, you have the mic, right?
I have the mic. You need me to pull this?
Yeah.
Hello. Hello. Hey. Welcome. Sorry. Yeah. Welcome to Vibathon. Exciting times. I don't know how many of you have seen the news recently, but in a Swedish hackathon of a similar nature organized by Lovable, there was a company which founded, built, and was launched in 20 hours. And they raised a funding of around $20,000 by the end of the hackathon and went ahead and got acquired and launched their own company. So the $20,000 is 20 lakhs. Somebody like you built a company from zero with an idea in 20 hours, launched it, scaled it, and sold it. There are numerous such examples. You can Google a company called Base 44, which in a similar hackathon was built and launched in January 2025, quite recently, and was acquired by VIX at $80 million in 2025 June. Within a 5 months period, somebody like you built something in a hackathon like this and scaled it up and sold it for $80 million. That is what you are here for, to build something useful, to build something meaningful, to build something which brings you joy, and probably scale it, probably launch it. If not, at least learn what AI is, what AI tools are. So that's what you're here for. Hopefully you guys have a good time. I'll introduce a couple of things over the course of next 10 minutes or so. Replet, as far as if you guys have not yet logged in, please log in, have a look at it. You don't need an IDE anymore. You can do all your coding on the browser. So that makes life easier. You don't need compilers, you don't need to host your own IDE, go through all the stress of trying to manage your installments. That is what Replet is meant for. You should be able to publish your apps and showcase it and get it out into the internet. I would love to see all these apps coming out into the internet. Maybe share it on LinkedIn or Instagram, share it with your friends, your families, get feedback. The second thing which I would love to introduce is Polaris. This is India's first AI focused engineering college. We teach students how to be AI native BTech CS graduates. This is where you are. Please enjoy our hospitality. I hope you guys have a good time over the next 2 days. The main thing which we should just think through over the next 36 hours of building a hackathon. Before I dive in, how many have done a hackathon before? Just a quick raise of hands. Wonderful. And how many are first time hackathons? Excellent. So this is mostly for first time hackathon folks. Even the repeat ones would have some insights from this. You start a hackathon with a demo in mind. You start a hackathon with an end goal in mind, saying this is what I would love to showcase. Build that. Get a demo out in the first 5 hours. If the hackathon starts at 12 o'clock, by 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, or 5 o'clock, have something demoable. That is how you run a hackathon. Split your team into roles. There will be somebody who is looking at project management, which is, are we on the right track? Are we doing the right things, etc., etc. There'll be somebody who loves to code, who's good at coding, give him coding, give her coding. There'll be somebody who loves to do UI UX. Let them do UI UX. So assign roles within your team. That is how good hackathon teams run. Build an outcome, build a demo, assign yourself roles, run towards it. Your idea is not to build perfect code. Your idea is to build demoable objects, demoable scripts, demoable applications. Get that as quickly as you can and then iterate on it. Your idea of next 36 hours is going to be how many iterations can I get? How much extreme productivity can I get out of these 36 hours? That is what you're here for. Have fun. I'm sure you'll all be running on coffee by the end of the next 36 hours. Have a good time in Bangalore. If anybody has any questions, I think we have a minute or two. Please feel free to. Otherwise, we're good. Good. Any questions to the floor, please, very quickly. Maybe one. Wonderful. I'm assuming you guys all know what a hackathon should look like. Have fun.
Thank you so much, sir. It's always a pleasure hearing from someone who makes learning feel like a mission.
And now, it's time for one of the most exciting sessions of the evening, the Replet segment.
Joining us virtually, we have Mr. Aman Mathur, product lead at Replet and former systems design engineering student at University of Waterloo, who's here to share insights on innovation, coding culture, and how Replet is changing the developer world.
Yes.
ये ऊपर रहना चाहिए बंद हो चालू है
So if you're able to chat with a friend about your product idea, it's almost the same as chatting with Replet. So what types of things can you actually make on Replit? We've seen Replit been used for many different use cases. For example, if you want to quickly create a rapid prototype to share and validate an idea, to create daily tools for yourself or your friends to automate something in your life, or create business apps and actually create whole businesses on Replit. We also recently launched our agents and automations feature, which allows you to create other agents on Replit directly. So there's a really wide range of things that you can create on Replit, and we're really excited to see what types of things everyone creates over the next few days.
with the agent. All right, one other quick thing I'd like to call out here is this little visual selector tool. If you press this, you can actually select elements on the page, edit them directly, or tell the agent about them so that it will know what you're referring to. And we can see here this app is almost done publishing, so that was within about a minute, and this is a live deployment through Google Cloud. So it saves a lot of that time and effort of having to go to another to deploy the document. And this one is still designing. Let's see, we'll give it another minute. While it's designing, one other thing here, we have these agent tools where you can set whether you want app testing to be on. App testing is the ability for the agent to go and test itself as it's building its feature. You can also adjust the autonomy level. So if you are making smaller changes, and especially if you're a more technical user, I'd often recommend using a lower autonomy mode because you can be more specific and the agent will be faster. If you're giving the agent more work, I'd recommend setting it to high or max and letting it run for a longer time. So that's a little bit about Replet. Let's see, this one's still designing. It'd be great if I could show you the first output. I think it should be done. And looks like it's about to be ready.
Do folks have questions while that's getting ready?
I think we can do questions. Just one more thing. I'll flip back to the presentation and run through a few more tips, and then maybe we can take a couple questions and talk about that. Let's see. So a couple other tips. One quick thing. So I've personally participated in a lot of hackathons in university and over the years, and it's interesting, like now that it's a lot easier to create software, I remember in a lot of hackathons that I'd go to over like one weekend, you'd be lucky if you just had like a Git repository set up by the end of it and like a hello world running. So now you can do a lot more, a lot faster. So then what's more important? Like, how do you set yourself apart? And a couple of things which stand out to me. One, as I mentioned, like the planning and thinking of something kind of creative and new is more important, I think. So being able to think of an idea or think of something which is unique either to you or to the problem that you're trying to solve, that becomes a lot more important. Also thinking about how people will actually use this thing and how you market it and how you get it to people becomes a lot more important as well. And just one more piece on scoping. Depending on like how much time you have with Replet, you can kind of accomplish different things. So within a few hours, you can create something quick, like what I just showed with the recipe generator. Within a day, you could create something maybe more powerful with a full database and authentication. And then in a few weeks, we've seen people create kind of large, even like marketplaces, integrating payments, integrating multiple kind of different connectors to different tools, creating AI applications. So it really is, you can create pretty much everything that you'd like on Replet, depending on how much time you have. A couple of other quick tips while you're building. I mentioned planning and also kind of starting with the design. Context is really important. So the agent will only be as good as the amount of information you present to it. So using screenshots, sending it external documents, and ensuring that the agent has all of the info it needs is very important in having a successful output. I mentioned the data connections briefly, but if you're working with any third-party tools, you can connect directly to them using API keys on Replet. So we have this feature called secrets. The agent will ask you when it's time to provide a secret, and you may have to go to another platform to grab that key. For example, if you want to connect to OpenAI, you might want to go to OpenAI to grab the OpenAI API key and then paste it into Replet. And last piece here on debugging, when the agent finishes some work, it provides you with something which is called a checkpoint. And checkpoints are really important because these are kind of saved states that you can go back to in case anything breaks in the future. So a checkpoint is very useful and is something you should kind of keep track of as the agent is building. And last thing is really to have fun. I think these tools are really exciting and empowering to use. So I'd recommend trying a few things out and yeah, just enjoy the time and enjoy getting to use Replet. And let's go back to the demo really quickly. Let's see if it's created something. Hopefully it has. Okay. Live demos. Interesting. So again, sometimes when things don't work, the agent will actually tell you that it's not working and it'll ask you to debug. So here, that's what happened. I just said, yeah, failed to run, please debug and fix it. And now the agent will go and actually check maybe what happened, why didn't it work? And we'll come back and try to fix it. And you can see it found the issue already. It's missing a package, so it will go and install that package for you and start to fix the problem. And with that, I think we can open it up to any questions if we have from the audience about Replet, about the tool, or about the company.
I think I see a mic, but there may be a mute. The room may be a mute.
Do we have any questions here? Anything related to Replet or any tips?
So, is it audible?
So we have one question.
Both. Okay. I just wanted to ask that if I have to edit anything, right? So once the application is published, if I have to write a prompt to edit something, how it will get changed, like in the code base, or how will I see what is getting changed?
Yeah, so when you're building, so for example here, if I make a change, a few things. So with every checkpoint, you'll see this little changes section. And here you can actually see like again, if you're technical and want to look into the code, you can actually see the kind of Git diff here. But this is like your development space, and every time you publish or like deploy your app, it actually gets saved to like a new deployment. So it's kind of a separate state. So you can continue to edit as you'd like here, and it won't impact your production deployment. So even for the database, there'd be a separate development database and a separate deployment database, and they kind of stay separate until you redeploy.
I think I also saw a question in the chat that said the difference between like Lovable and Replet. Aman, you should chime in here as well, but I think Replet has been around for 7-8 years. And so we've been building infrastructure that really helps to allow vibe coders or builders build enterprise grade applications or agents or any combination of the above. And so I think the biggest difference is that you're going to find that whatever you produce with Replet is going to have that enterprise grade deployment stack behind it. I know Aman may have clicked through this quickly, but we have security standards that help inform your ability to know where are there vulnerabilities, what should I take care of, what should I take care of, whereas maybe some of the other apps just focus on just the prototyping. So with Replet, you can build a business, you can build something that faces customers and feel confident that it's going to not crash, but then also be secure and process payments and all the other things that come with building something incredible.
Yeah, two other quick things to add here, which I can show. One is Asif mentioned like integrations. So within the app, we have a lot of connectors that you can link to. So for example, if you want your app to connect to Notion or Discord or your GitHub account, you can connect to multiple tools here to pull in data and to build apps that use connections to those tools. So that's one of the things. In general, I'd say Replet is probably the most powerful in the sense that you can extend it to do many different things. I also didn't show it, but if you'd like to, you can dig into the code directly and go through here. And we have a full kind of code editor as well that you could make changes to. And also with the general agent, you can build apps with any language or any stack. That's one of the benefits of Replet. Even if you want to use kind of some random language which isn't as popular for some part of your app, you can work with the agent, and we would support that. Any other questions from the room? I think I see a few.
So we have one question live.
Hi, Aman. This is Rishant. This question is very specific to the hackathon itself, right? You mentioned a few projects, one of which included a recipe app and a few others as well. So from an individual contestant, what should my objective be? As a technical person, should it be building a really good technical product? Or should it be something along the lines of hey, it's something which every person can also build, right? So if I build a cooking app or a recipe app, it's something which everyone can use, may not be very technical. Whereas I also saw some of your previous hackathons, someone had trained their own neural network from scratch, right? In fact, that even tried the Q-star. So that's my question. From a participant, how should I approach this hackathon?
I could take a pass at that, and I think definitely lean on the Class Plus and Polaris team as well, because they'll be there to help guide you. But I think showing the real magic behind these vibe coding tools, whether that's you building as a technical person or a non-technical person, is really what I'd encourage you. We actually have a team member on our team who's never coded, never built anything, but has gone very deep with using all the different facets of Replet. So connecting to Databricks infrastructure, building like two-sided like stakeholder versus administrator applications, and then adding in multiple functionalities around like AI-based answering and triaging all the way through to data visualizations as well, all within one Replet app. He, of course, spent like a couple of days on this, but depending on what you are looking at, depending on your experience in your own, I guess, ideation and like brainstorming, I would just encourage you to try to use different facets of the Replet toolkit, whether that's connectors or integrations or kind of building a more complex app as well, to show real value, whether that's to a customer or to a business or to students as well. So does that make sense?
Yeah, I believe there was also was there a rubric shared, or if the team wants to share anything else about kind of the criteria for the judging, I think that would maybe be useful. They can send that out afterwards.
Right, so we have one more question.
Hello, sir. This is Aryan. Sir, can you please shed some light on the Replet 3.0, and also how can we use it to leverage against all other vibe coding platforms that are available?
I think the room went unmuted, so we can't hear anymore.
Yeah, I heard the first half. Was it about Replet Agent 3?
Sure. I'll repeat my question. Can you please shed some light on Replet 3.0 and how can we use it to leverage against other vibe coding platforms?
Yeah, it was a little bit difficult to hear the last part of the question, but I believe you're asking about Replet 3.0, like Agent 3, is that correct? Yeah, I can tell you a little bit more about Agent 3. So By default, everyone, when you're using Replet today, will be on the latest version of Replet, which is Agent 3. With Agent 3, which we just released about 2 months ago, we made a series of improvements to Replet. There's three main kind of pillars of Agent 3. One of those is the app testing feature. So one of the main pain points today is after you finish building your app and you created something that you like, the agent will often tell you, okay, now go and test that it all works. So make sure that when you click the button, the correct function is called, the correct kind of screen, it goes to the right screen. And it's pretty painful to have to go through and test everything yourself. So we've actually built this app testing feature, which allows the agent to create a sub-agent and go and test the app for you. So that's one of the big improvements in Agent 3. The other part of Agent 3 is around this max autonomy. So you can see here it says like long running hands-off experience. For the sake of a hackathon, this may be useful if you're building like a larger feature, or maybe even if you're like taking a break and want to just let the agent run. But we've seen the agent can run up to 200 minutes and even more than that now, where off of one prompt, the agent can actually build a lot more and take on a lot of scope. So that's one of the other big improvements in Agent 3. And the last thing with Agent 3 is the agents and automations feature. So this is the feature that allows you to create Telegram bots or Slack bots or even time-based automations. So for example, if you want to say, every morning at 9 a.m., I want to get an email which tells me the news about what happened in the stock market last night or what happened in the stock market yesterday. You can actually build a time-based automation on Replet so that it can go out and pull the information for you, send you the email, and do all of that in a workflow style builder. So that allows you to kind of create your own agent, like Replet agent on Replet. So those are the three main big things in Agent 3. And yeah, I definitely recommend trying out app testing and turning it on while you're building. And you can always skip the test if you're not interested once it starts testing.
Right, so we have one final question from the audience.
Yeah.
Actually, on the top right corner, I can see an option of adding collaborators. So when we be working on the project, suppose consider we have divided roles among us, and when we iterate those things, does that mean the person who perform the iterations, their credits get reduced, or is it like all collaborators credits get reduced?
Yeah, I think the question is like, do the prompts and the threads from all the collaborators get worked on together versus not? Replet is single-threaded right now, so like it takes one prompt and kind of works on it one at a time. And so if multiple collaborators are prompting it, like it will only take it in sequence, and so it's not going to parallel process that. Now we are working to try to enable that that type of functionality, but I would encourage you for the hackathon, collaborate together in designing what you're thinking and the features that you want to pull together. But when you work with the agent, work one at a time. You can use the collaboration functions to share what the agent is building, but in terms of prompting, I would encourage just maybe one person at a time working through it. I don't know, Aman, if you would say anything otherwise.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think there was also a question about credits, like which credits we will use. I believe you'll be set up on a team, so it should be like a shared pool of credits.
Yeah, the ClassPlus team we've worked with them to provide like a large pool of credits for this hackathon. And I think as you all draw down on that, they'll definitely be your source to let you know like how much is left and how much is not. But yeah, I think just be mindful, like I guess when you're building and collaborate together in a group, design together, think about what you want to build together, but then when working with agent, it's better that you have it one at a time.
Great. Any other questions from the audience online?
I think we reached the end of all the questions.
This was a this was a super insightful session, sir. Thank you for being a part of this event.
Of course, yeah. Thank you. Thank you everyone for listening, and I'm very excited to see what you build with Replet. Thanks.
You guys should tag Replet and Aman and I on Twitter as you build things. So yeah, like it'd be great to see what you all are building. I'll drop my Twitter in the chat as well for folks, and then yeah, tag Replet, tag Aman, etc.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks.
Guys, so with this, we would like to kickstart the Vibathon officially. The hackathon officially kicks off at 8 p.m. tonight. So make sure your caffeine is ready and your Wi-Fi is strong. Right. And any of your further communications or any doubts that you have will be communicated via WhatsApp or email, right? We request all our guests, so please exit only from the left door.
सो हेलो, अभी आपने जैसे देखा पूरा ये सेशन कंप्लीट हो चुका है। एंड जस्ट लेट मी नो इन द चैट सेक्शन कि अभी हम लोग किस सेशन में चले, किस सेक्शन में चले, कैफेटेरिया में चले या इनोवेशन लैब में चले या फर्स्ट और एक्सप्लोर करें। सो आपके ऊपर है, आप बताइए कहाँ चले। सो लेट मी नो इन द कमेंट सेक्शन, लेट मी नो इन द लाइव चैट कि हम कहाँ चले। सो लेट्स सी नाउ। अभी मैं बुलाता हूँ अपने एंकर को, होस्ट को, आर्यांश प्लीज कम हियर एंड लेट्स गाइड अस कि कहाँ चलना है। ठीक है, तो आपको पूरा वाइब्रेशन हम दिखाने ही वाले हैं। डिसाइड करते हैं कि पहले कहाँ चले, बताइए कहाँ चलना है।
व्हाट्स अप। तो नेक्स्ट इवेंट होने वाला है हमारा एक LLM के आर्किटेक्चर के ऊपर, और उसको हम लोग पूरा क्रेजली विल डाई डीप इनटू इट, और हम जानेंगे कि एक LLM का आर्किटेक्चर कैसे वर्क करता है। वो सेशन होगा 7 to 7:45। तो उसके लिए भी हमारे पास 15 मिनट है, थोड़ा एक्सप्लोर करते हैं, देखते हैं क्या चल रहा है, कैसे चल रहा है, और हम देखेंगे कि आसपास यहाँ भी जितना भी केओस मचा हुआ है वो कैसे यहाँ पे हैंडल होगा। और बहुत सारी स्टॉल्स लगी हुई हैं, गेमिंग कॉम्पिटिशन्स होने वाले हैं, और भी बहुत कुछ होने वाला है, और बहुत सारे सरप्राइजेस भी हैं। सो लेट्स गो, देखते हैं क्या होता है।
लेट्स गो गाइस।
हैकेथन होने वाला है
Excuse me, sir. तो राइट नाउ अभी हम लोग हैं यहाँ हमारे कैफेटेरिया में, यहाँ पे बहुत से स्टॉल्स लगे हुए हैं, तो एक एक करके
ओके सो लेट मी टेक ओवर द स्ट्रीम नाउ। सो अभी हम देखेंगे कि यहाँ पे कौन कौन सी स्टॉल्स लगी हुई हैं। बाय द वे ये स्टूडेंट्स इनिशिएटिव है, बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स ने कई सारी स्टॉल्स और स्टॉल्स के ओनर्स के साथ काम किया और उन्होंने उन्होंने नेटवर्क्स बनाया और उन्होंने उनको इधर लाए हैं, तो काफ़ी प्रॉफिट भी बनने वाले हैं। सो लेट्स सी यहाँ पे क्या क्या मिल रहा है। तो इधर तो कैफ़े एक छोटा सा, यहाँ पे कॉफ़ीज़ मिल रही हैं, अमेरिकानो, एस्प्रेसो, जो अपनी कैपेचिनो, लाटे, जो भी अपनी रेगुलर कॉफ़ीज़ होती हैं। तो यहाँ पे ज़्यादा भीड़ नहीं लग रही है, तो आई डोंट नो कि कल तक इनके कितने प्रॉफिट बनने वाले हैं। लेट्स सी लेकिन और क्या क्या है। यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो, ये बच्चे हैं अपने कॉलेज के, किसी को भी नहीं पता, दे आर डिस्गाइज्ड एज शॉपकीपर। तो लेट्स सी कि इनके कितनी प्रॉफिट हो रही है। चलो इनसे बात करते हैं। व्हाट्स अप, कुछ भी ऐसा मत बोलना जो कि बाद में प्रॉब्लम हो, क्योंकि ये ऑफिशियल लाइव है। सो क्या चल रहा है, कैसा चल रहा है सब कुछ, धंधा कैसा चल रहा है?
बहुत बढ़िया चल रहा है, वाइवाथॉन तो चल रहा है, लेकिन हमारे भी धंधा बढ़िया चल रहा है।
द मेन कल्प्रिट बिहाइंड एवरीथिंग, इस बंदे की वजह से इतना पोलारिस सफर कर रहा है, लेकिन इसको कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है।
क्या बोल
कैसा? हाँ,
हम लगा रहे गल्ला।
इन्होंने गल्ला लगाया हुआ है। और
गल्ला।
हाँ, कितना तो कितने की सेल हो चुकी है अभी? कितने की सेल हो चुकी है अभी?
कुछ सेल ऐसे लक्ष्मी गिनते नहीं।
सही बात है।
हाँ,
तो आप मतलब आपको नहीं रिवील करना था तो आप पहले बोल दिया।
वही है, देखो कितने आईफोन आ सकते हैं ये बता सकता हूँ।
बता दो, वही बता दो।
तो ये भाई जिस हिसाब से मैं बेच रहा हूँ अभी 4-5 साल में।
हाँ। तो 4-5 साल, सो ही नोज कि आज से 4-5 साल बाद क्या होने वाला है। ही नोज व्हाट ही इज गोइंग टू डू इन नेक्स्ट 5 years। तो अगर कोई इंटरव्यू में सोच रहा है,
महंगी वाली तो है यार, सस्ती वाली दिखा रहे। गेट इट, जैसे आप वहाँ पे रेड बुल हमारा स्पॉन्सर है।
बंदा सीधा राइवल्स के पास जाता है। यहाँ रेड बुल ने स्पॉन्सर किया, उसने बोला कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता।
रेड बुल की।
सो लेट्स गो नेक्स्ट शॉप पे जाते हैं। थोड़ा यहाँ पे स्कैंडलाइज हो गया चीजें।
ये भी अपनी है।
ये भी अपनी है। सो ये अपनी है, ये भी अपनी है,
ये भी अपनी है।
बंदा सेमेस्टर की फीस निकालने के फिर आदमी है। हेलो सर, व्हाट्स अप?
वीडियो बना रहे हैं मार्केटिंग में।
हेलो सर, व्हाट्स अप? कैसे हो आप? बढ़िया। चलो आगे देखते क्या है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे बहुत क्रेजी चीज़ें मिल रही हैं, पाइज हैं और एग पफ्स एंड ऑल दैट। बहुत बढ़िया सा माहौल हो चुका है, लेकिन काफ़ी फ्रेंजी हो चुका है। आई डोंट थिंक हमें यहाँ घुसना चाहिए, उल्टा चलते हैं। हैकाथॉन से ज़्यादा तो यार ये फेस्ट लग रहा है। इतने 1000 लोग आ गए, सब खाने पीने में बिजी हैं। कोड करने में कोई बिजी नहीं है। अभी तक किसी का एक प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट ना, किसी का VS कोड खुला है। मेरे को लग रहा है यार यहाँ पे क्या ही कर रहे हैं ये लोग। अगर इतना फेस्टिव सीजन बनाना था तो इनसे तो थोड़ा पैसे ले लेते। फ्री हैकाथॉन है। अगर आपको
आर्यन भैया कहाँ चलना है? आप कहीं पे यहीं पे घूम रहे हैं, एक स्टॉल देखा हमने, और कहाँ चले? अब लाइव में लोग देख रहे हैं।
सो एक छोटा सा सरप्राइज है जो आई डोंट थिंक ज़्यादातर लोगों को पता होगा। यहाँ पे एक लग्जरी रूम बना के रखा हुआ है हमने, जो कि आप खरीद नहीं सकते पैसों से। आपको पोस्ट करना पड़ेगा, आपको स्टोरी डालनी पड़ेगी, आपको मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी, फिर वो एक रिटर्न में मिलेगा आपको 1 घंटे के लिए। सो लेट्स सी कि वहाँ पे क्या चल रहा है। चलो
कहाँ चलना है?
लग्जरी रूम। आई डोंट थिंक यहाँ पे अभी कुछ चीज़ें स्टार्ट हुई हैं। अभी काफ़ी चिल सा ही माहौल है। यहाँ पे भी लग्जरी रूम स्टार्ट नहीं हुआ, क्योंकि अभी कोडिंग सेशन स्टार्ट नहीं हुआ है। अभी प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट बताई जाएगी, उसके पहले एक ऑलरेडी सेशंस प्लान है। इसकी वजह से यहाँ पे भी चीज़ें स्टार्ट नहीं हुई हैं, बट जब भी स्टार्ट होंगी तो हम पूरी चीज़ कवर करके दिखाएंगे आपको फॉर श्योर। अभी के लिए यार नीचे इट्स टू केओटिक। यहाँ पे स्ट्रीम करना इज़ pretty much not favorable in our favor। So let's see यार ऊपर क्या चल रहा है। लेट्स सी कि ऊपर क्या कर सकते हैं हम, क्या कवर कर सकते हैं। पूरी चीज़ हम आपको विल कीप यू अप टू डेट with everything that's going on in today's session. Let's go. ऊपर चले? ऊपर चलते हैं. So we have got this next event scheduled up, और it's all about LLM architecture. आज हम will be diving deep in this crazy world of AI और हम देखेंगे यार इसमें क्या क्या चीज़ें कैसे वर्क करती हैं at the very fundamental level. और वही सीखने के लिए सब लोग आज थोड़ा सा एक्साइटेड भी हैं, थोड़ा नहीं काफ़ी एक्साइटेड हैं. और अगर वो इन लोगों ने फिगर आउट कर लिया तो बहुत क्रेजी प्रोजेक्ट्स आने वाले हैं बाहर. सो गेट रेडी फॉर द इवेंट और ब्रेस योरसेल्फ. Hello, what's up? अभी आ रही है ऑडियो? ठीक है. So, folks, we have got 4 events lined up. One is Tech Nexus. It's all about diving deep into the AI architecture of LLMs. And the second one is Capable AI Agents, which is about high priority and the future and what change AI is going to bring to our world. Third is React Play, which is about leveling up and catapulting in vibe coding game. And the fourth is Crowdcraft, which is about selecting the best problem statement out of the following that will be given to us. And comment down in the chat which one you want to see. It's impossible for us to cover the 4 events at the same time, but we'll try our best. Thank you.
Guys, we'll be starting in a minute. I request all of you to keep your phone on silence. Warm greetings, everyone. How's the crowd feeling? No answers? How's the crowd? How's the Josh? How's the Josh? Good. Okay. Did you guys get a chance to explore the gaming zone yet? Sad. Or maybe meet some new faces at the Innovation Lab? Okay. First of all, welcome to Polaris School of Technology. I hope you had a great experience here with us. I know many of you have traveled long distances just to be here. We have someone who truly represents what modern tech communities are all about: collaboration, creativity, and compassion. Our next speaker is someone who believes that skills define us and that future belongs to those who build, not just dream. Please welcome Mr. Umang Surana, co-founder of Capable and an alumnus of IIT Madras, a true solutionist who turns ideas into impact. Through Capable, he's transforming the engineering ecosystem, connecting students, colleges, and companies to collaborate on jobs, hands-on training, mentorship, and research. Today, Sir will be speaking on the thought-provoking topic AI agents, hype, reality, and the future. Let's put our hands together and give a warm welcome to Mr. Umang Surana, co-founder of Capital.
Hello everyone, good evening. So first of all, thanks a lot. Thanks for the warm welcome. And how long have you been sitting on the, in this room? Has there been a session before this? Okay, what was it about? Replet? You built something? Okay, you saw something? I hope you didn't sleep through it. Oh, did that? Slept through it? No, no issues. Okay, cool. So let's do one thing. Let's get up once. Just stand up once on your seats. Yeah, not an issue, not an issue. Please, please, please. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's sit down. Okay. If you feel sleepy anytime during the session, you can get up and just feel free. So, why are you here? May I know how many of you are from Bangalore? Or how many of you are from Bangalore? Perfect. How many of you are out of Bangalore, not from Bangalore? How many of you are from outside Karnataka? Okay, and you have come for the session here. Cool. What do you know about vibe coding? What is vibe coding? You attended the session, right? Anyone?
Create apps and the entire backend along with the front end with this prompt.
Okay. Can you hear me? Is it supposed to be? Is it supposed to be a mic? Recording. Got it. Cool. Okay. So the idea is vibe coding is just basically writing prompts. Okay. Now, when you go to building apps, first of all, how many of you are from computer science background? How many of you are not from computer science background? Okay, some of you are not from computer science background. Right? So those who are from computer science background, you are already learning coding. Correct? But then why are you learning vibe coding? Make your life easy? Do you think that will make your life easy? Okay, I don't think so, but we'll come to that. Reason being, the new generation of tools are going to be using prompts. Okay? It's not just vibe coding. What you do in vibe coding is write prompts. Okay? How many of you use ChatGPT? How many of you make assignments from ChatGPT? Of course. Used to cheat in exam? Not need to share, but I guess, yeah. Okay. So the idea is ChatGPT is LLM. It works. How many of you know what is LLM? Large language model. Why is it called large language model? So it's a huge data points, millions, billions, now getting to trillions of data, right? So when that much data goes into a system, that's where it's called large. Why is it called language model? Why is it language? Why not coding? Why not neural network model? It operates in natural language? But we can talk to everyone in natural language, right? Means, why does it has to be called language model? Why not neural network model?
So it came after the bag of words paper. So every token is generating the next word instead of.
So the idea is the model is created on words. Good music. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, basically it's trained on words. Okay. Mine is going on now. Okay. So it's trained on words. It's created on probability of words. That's where it's a language-based model. Okay? And since it's a language-based model, we can talk to it. And you can stop talking, okay, because I am talking, right? So that's where it comes as large language model. Now, ChatGPT, what do you think? It's an LLM or it's an AI agent? It's an agent? Why do you think it's an agent?
Converting it into photos and videos as well.
Cool. So, what's the difference between AI? How many of you know what an AI agent is? What's an AI agent? Some of you know, right? Cool. So, I will explain about that. Now, just to give you an idea, have you heard the news? Thousands of engineers getting fired? Amazon's firing people, Microsoft firing people, even Indian companies have picked up on the trend. Wipro is firing people, TCS is firing people. Have you also heard that Meta is giving $100 million job offer as salary and bonus? Now, how much is $100 million? Can you tell me? As a 1 year salary, $100 million. Huh? Approximately 800 plus crores as a bonus salary. You have not even joined the company and someone is saying, okay, take 800 crores. Would you like to have that? No, not interested in 800 crores. How many of you would want to be there? Ki, chalo yaar, it's good. Let's get 800 crores. Do you think 800 crores is cool? Right? Obviously, correct? So why is that at one place someone is paying that huge amount where others are getting, kind of laid off? So we will be getting into AI agents. That's where it's all happening. History repeats. It's a repeat. It's not something which has not happened previously. We'll get into all of that, right? Cool. So let's get started with first, what is an agent? Okay. Some of you already know. Now, one thing is clear, ChatGPT works with an LLM. Everyone's clear? Those who are not clear, ChatGPT has a backend model behind it. That's a large language model that's trained on lot of things. Now, if I tell the word water, okay, what are the first thing that comes to your mind? Ocean, H2O, Bisleri, right? Beach, fire, it could be anything because the word triggers something in our head. If I say sun, I ate sun in the breakfast. We don't say that, right? When we say sun, the first word comes is sun rises in the east, maybe. Or it's sunny, or it's, if you are from Rajasthan like me, hot, right? So that's different word triggers different thing, right? So that is because your model, our brain is created like that. It's all probability. Neural network works on probability. When you think of AI, think of it like a human being. Because it has been trained on words, it has been trained on neural networks, and it is giving probabilistic answers. I had thought, are there any working professionals here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, 7. Some of them. I thought there would be a larger working people here. So my PPT was created initially towards that. But I see most of you are students, right? How many of you are from first year? Awesome. Second year? Cool. Third year? Got it. Fourth year? Okay, cool. So since I would be not going a lot into the PPT, at some places I will go. But the idea is, this is what an agent is. LLM is a part of it. Okay? Now how LLM thinks, is it clear to you? It thinks on probability. When you tell it a word, it thinks around that in simplistic manner. So when you write something to LLM, excuse me. Yep. Okay. So when we write something to LLM, it is making guesses. Hello. Yeah. So that's what it is. That's part of the brain part of agent. Now, what's an agent? You want to book a ticket. You want to go from Bangalore to Delhi, right? If you tell your chat GPT today, can it book a ticket for you? No, right? But soon they would have integration with, say for example, Make My Trip, say for example, directly Indigo or someone else, and they will make the tickets for you, right? So that's where LLMs are entering into agentic space. Now, what is an agent? Agent is something that has a brain, that has an interface. You can work, talk to them, write them. Okay, they have tools. Now, when you when you book a website or when you book a flight, what are you doing? You are going to a tool. You are booking a flight, right? What are you doing? You are doing some actions. You are clicking. You are paying money, right? So you are taking some actions. Now, just think you told AI, okay, book me a ticket. And then you pay the money, but it forgot where the ticket was to book from, right? That would be a huge chaos. Remember 1 year back, when you used to talk to ChatGPT, there was a limit beyond which you could not talk. Correct? It would tell ki, okay, no, I can't talk beyond this. So there was a limit to memory was kept. What human beings can remember also has a limit, right? So memory is very essential to agents as well. So an agent is something which has an interface, has a LLM, takes a goal that I have to book a ticket from this place to this place, perform actions, have tools and memory. Now everyone is clear on what is an agent. Say for example, when ChatGPT create some pictures, it's an agent. When ChatGPT was not doing that and you could just give it a question and it will give you an answer, it was just a large language model. So all of your LLMs are moving towards agents in some ways, but in behind the main thing is LLM. Okay? So are you aware of now what is an agent versus what is LLM? The difference between that? Cool. Okay, in simple terms, they are automations. They will do automate things. Before AI was there, before AI agents were not there, were automations happening? How were automations happening before AI agents? There was something called RPAs, robotic process automations, where you could store things. They will, repeat the actions. You could write Python script. Okay. Or before that, there were machines. Human beings were previously hunter-gatherers. We started automating by machines. We started automating from computers. We started doing a lot of automations. In some ways, AI is the next tool in that same category. It's a new automation. Now, why it's an intelligence automation? 2000 years back, did we have intelligence as an issue, or was the issue that we were putting too much labor, hard work, too much cutting and chopping? What was the issue 2000 years back? Too much cutting and chopping, right? Scared that animal will kill me, right? So we needed those automations. We created tools that could help us with that. We created tools that will build houses for us. That time, that was the need. Okay? 100 years, 200 years back, factories were built. Again, because we were doing a lot of manual labor and we needed factories to automate. Now the manual labor was, like 5 years back or now, was coding. A lot of coders were doing simple, copy pasting, data annotation, a lot of repeated things. Right? We ventured from hunter-gatherers to coding era, and the automation has caught up on that. Because were doing those kind of automations, now there's an automation for this space as well. We are coding, we are intellectually generating a lot of repetitive things. Okay? So in simple terms, AI right now is more like a tool which is, low cognitive. That's a very important word. Right now, it is automating low cognitive work. A lot of creativity work, a lot of, if you're very creative, if you're a very good coder, if you're anyone like that, it is actually helping you out. But if you're not very good at it, okay, people are getting replaced because of that. So what you are good at, you do more, is what AI says. If you're not good at it, leave it, AI will do that. So that's where the challenge on AI is happening. So that's why you could say it is termed as a 24/7 junior teammate. People won't say it. A lot of people still say that AI will take your job away and all of that. I will show you some examples. This is again same thing in the history that has been going on. It's nothing new on that. This is a bit technical. Do you want me to walk you through what AI, how it works like? In general, how usually people were making products, how AI makes products? Should I walk you through that? It's a bit technical, okay? So everything is a workflow. If I tell you, how was your day today? You could write it as a flow chart. I woke up, start of the day, okay? Next activity, brushed. Or maybe I never brush, then bath, never bath, go for breakfast. Like whatever the task yours are, right? It will go in a flow. Say for example, you have to cook something. You can put it on a flow chart. That okay, first buy something, then heat up, then do this. Almost every task is a flow chart. Agree with me? Can you think of something that is not flow chart? You can't put it as a step 1, step 2, step 3. Almost nothing. Like you can have almost everything we put on a flow chart. Okay? Now there are two types of flow charts. One is something called deterministic, where the rules are fixed. If I drop this, it will fall. It's gravity, it's a rule. Okay? But if I put, different kind of shapes and I make it fall it in a different way, it's not fixed. So there are certain tasks which are rule based. If you raise a complaint, it will go to a particular mail ID. Okay? Or if you make a payment, if it is not rule based, say for example, you wanted to buy a laptop, you made a payment, it's not rule based, it booked your ticket, now you are in Thailand. Maybe that may be better. You are in Thailand, cool. But your parents will not be that happy, right? Because they were. Okay. So this was not rule based, something spoke from somewhere, right? So there has to be certain rules, okay, for things to happen. When it is rule based, it is deterministic workflow. That's where you don't need AI, okay? You don't need intelligence, it can be automated. So a lot of low cognitive work are mostly more rule based, that do this, do this, do this, and you get it done, okay? So those are, okay, automated workflow, rule-based, non-AI, defined. AI workflow, now there's a difference between AI workflow and agentic workflow. AI workflow is a mix of rule and mix of automations, which is most of our life, right? Someone tells you, okay, go from here to, go home. You might go follow the rule, or you might go to a cafe, chill, then go home, right? You might not follow the rule because you have got a brain, you want to do certain things, right? So when you have uncertainties, examples of it could be that I want to plan a trip to Kashmir, okay? But I want to not plan when I could have landslides. But I don't know when the landslides might be there. So say for example, I booked a ticket in July when you can expect landslides to happen. lot of waterfall, everything, right? So if a landslide happen or there are threats, I want my ticket to be shifted to October. But when my dates might be available, so there are a lot of if conditions in my planning. If you put a rule around it, it will be very difficult. It will be very complex. That's why you might use AI. Keep constantly checking my calendar, keep checking the news, and then as per the situations are right, maybe ping me back. Okay, and then book my ticket. And what kind of hotel? Check hotels also. I have a particular requirement for a hotel. Okay, so book that hotel for me. If that hotel is not available, again shift the dates, because there are so many complications. Might be weather, might be hotel is not available, might be flight tickets are not available. So there have to be decisions to be made. Ki whether should I do this task or not do that task. There are certain rules as well. Okay, but AI cannot fix it, the ticket by itself, right? Do you think it is fine that AI book the ticket, book your hotel, and tell you, okay, go now? You would want yourself to be part of the process at the end, correct? Saying that, okay, check with me once, right? So that's a process which is AI workflow. It's not completely automated, but you are making AI to take some calls, do some decision making, suggest you certain things. Before booking, just check with you once. You say confirm, book it off. Okay? Because there's so many if conditions are out there. But say for example, you booked something on Swiggy or Zomato, food did not come. There are certain rules, certain discussions, it has certain documentations. Now it could be rule based as well, but the idea is it would want to give a human feel. So there are some conditions where it would chat like humans. You might have certain issues which might not be there with it. So it might have to think. But it can be fully automated. You don't need decision making to be given to someone, right? So that's a very small use case of a full autonomous system which is managed by AI. So that is an agentic workflow. Okay? So AI agent, if it is a part of something, that doesn't make it by default agentic. So there is an LLM, there is an agentic workflow, and there is an AI agent workflow. Okay? How many of you understand the difference between AI agent workflow and agentic workflow? What's the difference between AI agent workflow and agentic workflow? Okay, agentic is fully autonomous. AI is part of the workflow but not fully autonomous. Okay, I don't know why they make these terms so confusing, but that's what it is, right? So why I'm telling you this? These are the basic principles on which, when you build a product, you have to make those decisions, right? How many of you want to build products? All of you, of course, right? Means that's the whole point of it. So you would be using these terminologies a lot, and this will help you out. Okay, how many of you keep or believe this, that AI will replace all humans? How many of you believe AI will replace all humans? No one? No one. How many of you kind of follow Elon Musk? Elon Musk, come on, folks. Right? Elon Musk believes AI will replace all humans. Do you believe in Elon Musk? No? Okay. I also don't. But yeah, there are people, and a lot of them say AI will replace all humans. Might be, I don't know, but I doubt in our lifetime, in next 30, 40 years, that will happen. Right? Because there's so much cognitive decision making, there's so much uncertainty in the environment, which is AI still can't do it. Right? Everyone's getting fired. You keep hearing that news. That's not a myth, but a lot of firing is happening, so that's a reality, right? AI will do everything, kind of coming from there. But there's a lot of scare in the market, right? Everyone's scared. Let me take an example of how human optimism had been a thing from the history. Do you remember, like, when was the first time the space race? Have you heard of space race? Okay, US, Soviet Union started a space race. Who will first go to space? Who will first go to moon? Right? During that time, people started creating sci-fi movies. Right? Because of that, Star Wars started, and a lot of other movies started coming in. The idea was in 1974, Jared K. O'Neill, one of the pretty good space scientists, pretty good physicist, mentioned that within next 70, 80 years, we would have settled communities outside space, outside Earth. Because Earth is fragile, we cannot stay. So we will set up outside the Earth within next 70, 80 years. It's already 60 years. Are there communities outside Earth? We still damn don't even know how to land on Moon and Mars. Okay, we still don't know even our spacecraft will go, will it come back or not? We have not even solved the basic space issues yet. Right? And here we were in 1974 believing that, okay, we will have good, awesome space communities outside, we'll go to Mars, we'll hop back, our vacations will not be Kashmir, will be Moon, right? Sorry, we are not there yet, right? So, this is the person who had set up MIT AI lab, Massachusetts. Manipal is also pretty good, but I'm talking about Massachusetts here. Again, they have one of the best AI labs in the world. They do most innovations. A lot of AI tools start from there and then catch up. Okay, amazing person. He said I did not mention the year, but it was around 1960s again, that in 3 to 8 years, we'll have a machine with general intelligence of an average human being. And a machine that will read Shakespeare, that will tell a joke, have a fight, right? It took 60, 70 damn years when he said 3 to 8 years. And he was not someone who was not skilled. He damn launched that MIT AI labs in 1960s. But he was of the idea that 3-8 years are enough for us to have the chat GPT at that time. We couldn't even make damn calculators then well, right? And we were talking about all the things that's happening now. So, and even now we are still making a lot of, difficulties in this. In 19th century, people got so anxious. A lot of, that was the time when cloth revolution was happening, A lot of textiles were setting up. A lot of machines automation were happening. There was a Luddite movement that came up. People went and destroyed machines, saying, okay, factories are being set up, we will have no job. They went violent. Okay. Thankfully, people who are getting fired are not, breaking glasses of Amazon office or Microsoft offices. But at that time, that literally happened. Right? Do you think machines and factories created more jobs? Right? So, I'm taking some examples. That doesn't mean the future is certain. I'm talking from the point of view of what I understand the history as. But the idea, all the history evolution of sort points that most of the time, okay, there are more things that happen from technology. But of course, people have to learn new skills. When a factory was created, you need to learn how to run that factory. If computer were put in front of you, you need to learn how to run those computers. If AI is the thing, you need to learn how to build and operate with AI. Okay? So that's where, yes, there would be a restructuring happening and anxiety is real, but it's not something which is of scare. Again, some history lessons. You are probably too young to talk about 1993, right? But 2008 was not that big a thing. Okay, just to give an example, 1977 was when Apple was launched, Apple II computer. Okay, it revolutionized computing industry. 1993, internet browser was launched. It revolutionized again communication industry. Mobile was launched, App Store, Play Store and all. Mobile was launched pretty earlier, but Play Store was launched in 2008. Okay, our apps, everything changed from there. 2023, ChatGPT launched, right? Again, a huge transformation. So every 15, 16 years, something big happens. And I don't know what's the math behind it. Are we really living in a matrix where, it's like 15, 16 years, something has to happen, right? We are in 2023 and ChatGPT is there. So there's always within a decade or two, something big is happening, right? Within 15 years, maybe quantum computing would have made a big change. Quantum computing, a lot of research is going in quantum computing right now. It's nowhere near to practical usage. There are a lot of real issues. But how many of you have heard of quantum computing? Right? A lot of you. Many, progress is being made, but it's nowhere near actual usage as of now. So maybe 15 years it might be, right? So the technology doesn't happen just like that. You will see a trend of 10, 15, 20 years happening around it. So these are business terms I will just skip. Just to give an idea of how the explosion is happening. 2023, the bill market was just starting. 2025, it's already 100 plus, $150 billion. 2030, it is expected to be $4 trillion. Indian economy is, any ideas on how much is Indian economy? Yeah, 3 to 4 trillion. Okay. So whatever the Indian economy is right now, AI market would be bigger than that or approximately that big in a few years. Okay. So that's the thing is happening because everywhere AI will be there. Okay. So businesses have rewiring themselves. I will skip this because I think this would not be very helpful. But why is it happening now, right? Means why now? The whole idea is we have so much data.
Guys, Vipathon, guys.
वेट कर रहा हूँ यहाँ पे।
लाइव रिकॉर्डिंग है क्या?
लाइव पीपल वॉचिंग
कब से चल रहा है? तभी आई थिंक क्रेजी है।
Nice setup, man.
चल देख लेते हैं क्या हुआ उसके बाद ये मेट्रो रात को कब तक चलती है?
I don't. It land, man. By 10, I think it land. We can't go now. You can't go.
Why?
We go maybe tomorrow.
Why?
We'll get plane.
मुझे नींद आ रही है अभी भी।
Next.
एक बार चालू कर पोलरिस कैंपस।
क्या बोला है 216 मिनट्स? व्हाट द फक?
36 घंटे करना है। एक बार पोलरिस कैंपस चालू कर और देख इसकी आवाज़ आ रही है। क्या हुआ?
माइक ऑन है?
हाँ। अबे पोलरिस कैंपस यूट्यूब चैनल चाहिए।
अबे यार कुछ से बोलता नहीं है ना।
मैंने कहा पोलरिस कैंपस जाए और देख लाइव चालू है क्या।
नाम ही है क्या चैनल का?
हाँ ये आवाज़ आ रही है?
हाँ आ रही है
ना? हेलो। काय म्हणली? अच्छा चुकून लागलेला का?